This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When send past the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks, no Karl Anthony Towns, could not keep pace, at least in the second half, at least in the fourth quarter, could not keep pace with the Golden State Warriors. Couldn't do it. Had a nice first half, the Knicks did, but collapsed in the second half. Collapsed in the fourth quarter, really. Fourth quarter collapse by the New York Knicks tonight. You know, terrible defense in the fourth quarter. Costly mistakes, costly turnovers in the fourth quarter. You know, you're not going to win many basketball games that way. You know, listen, the Knicks haven't been like that all season long, but they were this way tonight. They lose 114-102 to the Golden State Warriors, a team with renewed energy. With Jimmy Butler in tow, they have renewed energy. You know, and we, I don't know. After what, a 3-game win streak, come back and lose at home to the Warriors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we go on a 5-game road trip to the West Coast. That's going to be tough because we play the Golden State Warriors again. Mitch got his first start of the season tonight. You know, he didn't play bad. 5 rebounds. He only played 15 minutes. Mitch is going to be kind of on a minutes restriction until he gets in shape, I guess. But the Knicks lose to the Warriors as they collapse in the fourth quarter. The Knicks had a 10-point lead. And I thought they were on their way. Curry wasn't shooting the ball well at that point in time. But the Knicks just could not hold on. OG Anunoby was having a very, very good game for the Knicks. The Knicks couldn't capitalize. You know, listen, this is a team that still needs all of its pieces to be successful against good basketball teams, of course. You know, poor basketball teams, the Knicks will win. You know, but against good basketball teams, this team needs to be whole. And when you're missing Karl Anthony Towns, you know, he's one of your top scorers on the team, rebounders on the team. It's gonna be tough, and you need other people to step up. OG stepped up tonight. Right? Put a box score over here. OG stepped up. 29 points for OG Anunoby. Shot 57.9% from the field. 4 for 9 from the three-point line. We've seen OG have nights like this before. You know, and you always think he's going to turn the corner and become that guy. And, you know, I'm not complaining about OG and what he does. You know what I mean? Because on nights that you need him, he's able to do it. Jalen Brunson, 25 points tonight, 2 rebounds, 7 assists. 15 points from Mikal Bridges. Only 3 players in double digits, though. You know, there was not well-rounded scoring. There was not one well-rounded field goal attempts tonight. 19 field goal attempts for OG. 15 for Bridges. 18 for Brunson. Nobody else clipped double digits in field goal attempts. And nobody else clipped double digits in points. So there we have it. The Knicks shot the ball decently from the field, but not that well from three. And of course, the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry, turned it around and started cooking from three in the second half. But so many broken plays, right? Broken plays from the Knicks, especially in that fourth quarter. Lobs to the basket, wide open 3-point shots. You know what I mean? People are going to gloss over this loss, I think. I think people will gloss over it, but you got to look at it because there were a lot of, in my opinion, just bad mistakes down the stretch of the fourth quarter. Just bad mistakes. We were out-defended. We were out-hustled. And obviously outshot. You know what I mean? It's JJ said they were leaving guys like Hart and Precious wide open. Listen, that's a decent defensive strategy. Make those guys make the shots. Right? Make those guys make the shots. Let those guys beat you. If they make the shots, then it is what it is. Obviously, for the Knicks tonight, the Knicks shot 24.2% from the three-point line. The only guy making shots from the three-point line was OG Anunoby. So, the Knicks take the L. They take the L. Iman 3474 says, why is Mikal fading away when Curry is guarding him? Listen, that's his shot. Mikal Bridges is not going to back down Steph Curry the way you're maybe thinking. He's not going to take his body and bang him and bang him and bang him. That's not his game. He's thin. He doesn't have that type of, that's not his game. His game is the fadeaway. That's what he does. Expect him to fade away. You know what I mean? Expect that shot. JJ, you said it's because he's soft. He doesn't have the body. Who's he banging with for real? You know what I mean? I don't think it's because he's soft. But who's he banging with? And if he tries to bang, who's moving? He's gonna get thrown back. He's not big. So, his shot is the fadeaway. That's what his shot is. I would rather him take the fadeaway with having a better chance to make it, or I would rather him take the fadeaway and have a better chance of making it than force up something that he doesn't do. JJ, you said get in the weight room or something. Listen, Mikal Bridges, from what I see, he probably has a body type that's not going to change much. Similar to Kevin Durant, right? He's had that same body type since he's been in the league. Mikal Bridges is going to be skinny. That's his body type. And he's got to learn how to play with that body type and defend and all of those things. I'm not going to expect him to do something that he really doesn't have the tools to do. You know what I mean? And I don't think he has the tool to do the things that some of us are asking of him. Just my opinion. You know what I mean? I got Big Bubba on the line, and I got my man Tony Crowe here. You know what I'm saying? So, let's get this thing popping and get some discussions going. Tony, before I get to Big Bubba, because you already know Big Bubba's gonna, you already know. Hold on one second, Tony. Let me get you. I feel like I don't have you fully where I need you as far as the sound is concerned. So let me get that together. And while I'm getting that together, ladies and gentlemen, just remember, printjurisdiction.com is where you can go and purchase some Jalen Brunson, and he may not be on your high list right now. Purchase some Jalen Brunson Captain Clutch hoodies. You can get the Mikal Bridges, the Warden hoodies, and T-shirts. Make sure you go check that out. You know what I'm saying? Get back to my guy, Tony. Tony, what's popping with you, bro?
What's good, Sim? Shout out to the chat. Yo, Black is time.
No doubt.
We gotta get the OG in the collection next, man.
Yeah, no doubt. For real. We got to do it. We got to do it.
Oh, so I didn't get to watch the game. I swear we like 2-12 in the games I missed, but I'm in the background listening and getting the info on the game. It looked like OG had a good game,
OG was
but
cooking. He was
uh,
cooking for a little while. He was definitely cooking for a little while. Um,
I think
I think in the
we
fourth
used to
quarter, the second half of the fourth quarter, he wasn't exactly there. You know what I mean? Or maybe we didn't find him as much. You know what I mean? He was cooking for most of the game. He kept the Knicks there for most of the game. Go ahead. You was about to say something.
No, basically I was gonna say I'm here for moral support, and I know we blew the lead in this one,
Blew the lead.
but
Had a 10-point
what
lead.
I'll say is that's a whole nother realm for us. You know what I mean? Like we used to fighting and coming back. That's what we've been doing these last 3 games. That's what we've done sporadically throughout the season. We haven't fixed that problem yet. You know what I mean? Where now I mean that's the next thing we got to work on. Not blowing leads, because we blew a few leads this year, Cleveland, and OKC in particular. So I just think that's just another hurdle that we gotta overcome. You know what I mean?
Nah.
As we continue to improve.
Yeah, no doubt. Let me get to Big Mama Jammer, Big Bubba on the phone. Big Bubba, what's popping with you, bro?
Hey, first and foremost, shout out to you, Tony, Black is Time. I don't think people keep calling me Big Bubba, man.
It's
listen,
yo Black,
I'm
it's
down
time. It's
33 pounds, man.
It's yo Black, it's time.
Yo Black, it's time.
Yo Black,
you know how
not
I do.
Black, it's time. Yo Black, it's time.
Yo Black, it's time. Hey, listen, I do it my way. It's okay. Tony knows that. Yeah, man, you gotta call me like a little Slim Bubba, man. 33 pounds down, man.
He's looking good, folks. He's looking good. 33 pounds down. He's looking good. You're not you're not Slim Bubba yet. You're not Slim Bubba yet, but you know what I'm saying?
He's trying to do the delusions with the slim gear.
Yeah.
I see you out there.
Come on, Tony.
You're not Slim Bubba yet. When you become Slim Bubba, then we'll call you Slim Bubba.
Oh man, listen, man. So Slim, man. So me personally, watching the game and things, I don't want to say I'm getting frustrated with Mikal, because I feel like because what Sam, me. Remember when you talked, and we talked about how this season was kind of like the season when we got Kemba and Evan Fournier.
Right.
And we have to do the adjustments next season.
Yep.
I do think we're going to be – I feel like we're going to be better next year because of, we're really a new team. I know people are frustrated. I'm frustrated because I would like – Mikal has been just so up and down this season. But we just got to give him time to adjust. We have to, because this is only, 5 months in?
Yeah.
With this new team?
I feel like you're talking yourself into that belief right now as we're speaking.
I'm trying to, man, because it's a little frustrating because you know what, Mikal...
You're trying to convince yourself that you want to give him time. You're frustrated, I know, but I think you're trying to convince yourself that you got to give him time. I don't think you really feel like that right now.
Well, no, bro, I think it's right. It's always a loss, man, so you always feel some type of way. But I just, especially with Mikal, right, it's been just an up and down season.
Right.
And I know because every chance people get, they bring up the 5 first-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I mean, it really wasn't. I mean, it was 5. It was a couple of swaps.
Right.
But I think people are just so heavy into the investment of what he's doing. But I mean, again, he has one of his games with the defense. But it's just for you. I know we're frustrated with the scoring. But I think it's going to come around. I think he just has to get comfortable, and I think the players will see.
What's he have to do to come around?
I don't know about
what needs to happen in order for him to come around, and what is coming? And all right, tell me what coming around is for Mikal Bridges in your estimation. What's coming around?
Well, I think what people are looking for with Mikal, and what I'm looking for, right, is, for example, like games like this where we don't have Cat.
Right.
And I want to make it clear. I know he's guarding Steph Curry. That's an assignment by itself.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to get some more scoring. 12 points is just not going to cut it when you got Brunson and OG scoring, and there's pretty much nobody else. I mean, we all expect Mitchell not to score. Josh Hart the last couple of games he just hasn't been the Josh Hart this whole season.
Right.
At least Josh Hart used to be giving us 12, 15 points. Now Josh is I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the injury. I mean, I don't go to Josh Hart in a little bit because I think he needs to go back to the bench. Me personally, but I just think of games like this, I need Mikal to step it up some more with the scoring to get some more pressure on, just to get more pressure on the Warriors and get more pressure off of OG and Jalen Brunson. Because you can't just keep relying on Jalen Brunson every game to be Captain Clutch. This is the reason why we traded the five picks for Mikal, is when Jalen Brunson or Cat's not having a good game, you can pick it up. You and OG, you guys got to pick it up.
Well, OG did his part. He picked it up. There's been nights when Bridges
No,
has picked
OG
it up.
did his part. It's just more about, to me, Mikal. You got to step it up more. I'm sorry, man. 12 points is just not good enough.
Thought he had 15.
Oh, yeah, 15?
I think he had 15.
Yeah, 15, but that's just not good enough, Sam. Not when you're facing a hot team like the Warriors that are rejuvenated, that they're trying to get, so we got to protect our home court. And I think a game like this, when you need it, when you're going on a 5-game road trip, when you're facing the Lakers and the Clippers back to back, you got some tough teams you about to face. So we gotta, you have to get these games, especially when you have the 10-point lead. Now I know facing the Warriors, it's tough, and 10-point leads against like a team like the Warriors are really just a 5-point lead with a hot Steph Curry.
All right. So
but you got to make these. You got to get these wins.
What are your statistical expectations for Bridges
coming into the season, or how now?
Right now. You say that he's got to step it up. He's got to turn it around, whatever it is. What are the statistical? What are the statistics that is going to turn it around for you?
Well, for me, right, for Mikal, I mean, I'm being realistic when I say this. Brunson and Cat gonna give you 25 apiece. Right now, the way OG's cooking, OG's gonna give you about 20 points, 19, 7, around that area. I need Mikal to give me at least 17, 18. 17, 18.
I mean, I think he's giving you that this season.
On the season, but right now it's just not looking like that. I mean, I don't know, Sim. I feel like when again, this game where Cat's not playing, you got to step it up. You have to. You just got to put the pressure on the Warriors, man, because you're just not going to beat a team like that when you just relying on Jalen, man. They got Jimmy, they got Steph. Draymond's looking rejuvenated. Like, there's not the Warriors that were just a couple of weeks ago where they were hobbling around. Like hobbling around, I thought we would have beat them. With Jimmy, I'm like, nah, this is.
Well, I mean, Mikal Bridges is averaging 17.4 points per game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He's shooting 48.9% from the field, and he's shooting 35.3% from the 3-point line.
I'm talking about. I know we're talking about the season. The season, that's what I kind of expect from them being a third, fourth, whatever. Him going back and forth, OG being the third or fourth option.
Okay.
I expect that, but I'm talking about just these couple last stretches. Just besides the other, what game was it? We had like 25.
Yeah, 28 versus Philly, 15 versus Memphis. Yeah, 5 versus Miami.
I mean, Sam, come on, man. That's one out of the 4 games we just played. That's terrible.
Yeah, 15 tonight.
I mean, if you exclude the Philly game, he's averaging 10 points?
No. He had 15. If you exclude the Philly game, so he had 15 versus Cleveland. 14 versus Cleveland, 14 versus Boston, 28 versus Philly, 15 versus Memphis, 5 versus Miami, and then tonight he had 15,
All right, so he's averaging 15 points.
basically, or over the
Base.
last six
Okay.
games. Over the last 6 games,
Minus the Philly game. Okay,
minus the
15.
Philly game. You
That's
can say he's giving
that's
you
just not good
15.
enough, Sim. We want two-way play. I mean, that's why I feel like we essentially got rid of RJ to get a guy like Mikal
Mm-hmm.
was for the two-way play.
Well, they got rid of RJ to get OG.
Well, yes, but yeah, that's true. I mean, OG's been giving us that lately. I'm not gonna sit here and say OG's been perfect either. But
Okay,
right now he's peaking when
OG.
we need him to peak.
Okay,
When
well, over the last 5 games, 5 points versus Cleveland, 10 points versus Boston, 16 points versus Philly, 19 points versus Memphis, 23 points versus Miami, and then he had what he had tonight.
27, 20, 25.
So I mean,
I mean, he's picking upwards though. Hey, man, I'm just saying, man. But I'm just saying, Sam. I think Mikal just got us in games like this when we don't have Cat. It got to him, OG, and Brunson just gotta. They gotta be the ones, man.
29 points for OG tonight. 29 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. So I mean, is he peaking upwards? I guess. I mean, from 5 to 10 to 16 to 19 to 23 to 29. So
I mean, that's literally picking up.
Picking up. That's definitely, a positive trajectory for OG. And obviously he's just coming back off injury.
Yeah.
So.
And Sam, I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm pretty comfortable, putting Jones back on the bench, man, at this point. I don't know if the injury's messing him up. He needs some rest, but he just hasn't been looking good lately.
Would you go?
How do you feel about that?
Would you go with Josh? I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I've called for that a long time ago when he was playing well. I mean, but look, okay, wait a minute, hold on. He had a bad game tonight. Against Boston, he had 20 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists. Against Philly, he had 7 points, but he had 17 rebounds, 4 assists. Against Memphis, he had 12 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Against Miami, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Tonight, he had 2 points and 8 rebounds. So what you think?
Again, it's been a mixed bag. It's been.
But this is what he's done all season long. Josh Hart is the guy that fits in where you need him. He's not going to give you 20 every night.
No. I don't think that's not what he's supposed to do. I just think right now, I think where the Knicks are going, I think and Mitch getting his legs back, I think it would just be better for the Knicks to boost the bench up because I mean, again,
see that's where I'm at. I'm not upset about how he's playing, but I would just rather boost the bench.
Yeah, I agree with you because again, I was a little disappointed today. I was hoping that the Knicks would have picked up T.J. Warren, and I'm not saying T.J. Warren's coming here to be a savior. I just think he'll be a lot better than Shamet, me personally, in the scoring department. He'll be a lot better than Shamet.
All right, well, Shamet did his thing tonight.
But clearly,
Shamet was doing his thing tonight.
How was Shamet had again?
Let me see. Shamet tonight had. Well, I thought he had more than that. He only had 5. For some reason, I thought I seen him knock down at least 2 threes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, me personally, I'm kind of cool on Shamet. I'm just not the biggest fan of him.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I would have rather have put T.J. Warren, but I guess clearly the Knicks don't. I don't know. Knicks, I don't know if they still can, but clearly the Knicks didn't value T.J. Warren with the signings they did. But I'd rather put Josh on the head so we can boost the bench up because right now it's just not giving us what we need. And to me, it's been killing us all season to not have that boost and bench. which we, the last couple of years, we had quickly, we had a lot of great guys coming off the bench. We don't have that right now, so I just think we need to put Josh back there to boost it back up.
For me, it's more about the bench, strengthening the bench than how he's playing. Would you rather put Josh Hart or Bridges on the bench?
I'll put Josh Hart on the bench versus Bridges.
Why?
I just think Josh Hart is because I prefer a more bigger lineup personally. I just prefer bigger lineups and more wings on your starting, more two-way wings, which Mikal is more of a benefit on the starting unit than
is he?
On the bench.
Is he? I mean, from everything that I'm hearing from fans, he's not two-way.
I mean, he's in a slump right now. So I admit he's a slump.
I've been hearing that all season long.
No, I mean December and January he was pretty good. January, December he was pretty good
stretches, but I've been here all season long. I've been here. It's been from the beginning of the season. We've been complaining. Fans have been complaining about Bridges.
I wouldn't want him on the bench. I'd rather him be on the first unit, but I'm not one of those people. I'd rather have Johnson. I'd rather have Mikal starting.
Okay.
Because when Mikal does figure it out and gets more comfortable, because you also, I think, and maybe I'm wrong. Tell me, and you could tell me this. I think one big issue, not a big issue, I think a problem is the Knicks not understanding their role. Like everybody knows it's, Brunson and Cat. Do OG and Mikal know who's the 3 and the 4?
I don't think you have to know I'm the 3, I'm the 4. I don't think you have to know it that way. Do you mean 3 and 4 as far as their position, or 3 and 4 as far as who scores the ball?
Who scores the ball?
I don't think with those guys you have to worry about who's 3 or who's 4. The only reason why you really have to worry about who's 1 or who's 2 is so that you know who the offense runs through, and you know who the first option is. Right? When it comes to 3 and 4, it's going to be, if the first 2 guys don't have the option, whoever's now open. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you have to worry about between the 2 who's 3 and 4. When you talk about the roles, I think it's more of, do they understand, are they upset that they don't get more shots? You know what I'm saying? Are they okay with getting just shots in the corner? Are they okay with, not being a creator? And I think both of those guys are okay with those things.
And do you think we should be getting this will be my last thing. I know people want to call and stuff. Do you think we're not running enough plays for OG and Mikal?
I don't think the offense is set up really to run plays for those guys.
Would you think it'd be more beneficial to start doing that? To get those guys more involved, not just always not saying they're always in the corner, but maybe get some posters
I think it's
for OG.
more. I think it's more of not saying we got to run a play for this guy. I think it's just more of inputting sets or inputting cuts and activity that fits their skill set. And I think we've seen it happen. Right? We've seen OG get the go back door and get it. We've seen Mikal Bridges go back door. You know what I'm saying? And, I think the thing is neither one of those guys are primary options. So there's going to be nights when they don't score as much or shoot as much because they're not the primary options.
Okay.
It's going to be like that. The Knicks are supposed to have an equal opportunity type of offense for the most part. You know what I mean? And I think we've seen throughout the season that there are nights when, like OG shot the most shots tonight. He took 19 shot attempts. And I think we have seen that throughout the season. There's probably been more nights when it's been Brunson dominating the ball. But we've seen throughout the season that what kind of offense it should be like. We've got to get it there consistently, though. So it's like that every night. 'Cause there's more than enough. There's more than enough on this team to win this game tonight. You know, more than enough guys who can score the ball to win this game tonight. You know, we're the type of team sometimes we shoot ourselves in the foot. You know, we collapsed in the fourth quarter. Our defense was terrible in the fourth quarter. We made dumb plays, stupid turnovers in the fourth quarter. Yeah. So, but
and I do know one thing now.
Yeah, go ahead.
2 things, Slim.
Yeah. Come on,
Cooking
Big
with
Slim
Chef
Bubba.
J, man. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I'm cooking, baby,
Oh,
every
gosh.
day.
You say that all the time.
I'm cooking though, man. We back.
Okay, Big Slim. All right, Big Slim.
And listen, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for the trilogy though? We gotta do the trilogy, Slim.
Big Slim, don't do it to yourself. You don't do
Slim,
it to yourself.
I'm feeling good. I lost some weight. You lost some weight, man. We looking good. You got to give the people what we want, man. They were disappointed with Tank and Roach. You got to pick it up with the people. The people need us, man.
Big Slim, don't do it to yourself. I'm hooping consistently. I am hooping
good,
consistently.
Man.
You're feeling good. I'm hooping consistently. Don't get
Slim,
dusted off.
This ain't Slim. This ain't the tired one. You know, last time we played, I was tired. I was out of breath. Listen, man, I'm running.
Don't get.
I'm running, Slim.
Off.
I'm running.
Okay. Don't get dusted off.
My cardio's up.
Good. I'm glad. Don't get dusted off. Because it's going to
Tony, you're going to be the ref. They're ready for the trilogy,
don't
man.
Get dusted off. I mean,
I'm 2-0. It don't matter, baby.
You can be in the best.
Might as well just do 3-0.
You can be in the best shape of your life, and I can be in the worst shape of my life, and I'll beat you.
Sam, listen.
That's how much better I am than you on the basketball court.
Sam, I'll set this up. This is the trilogy, baby. This is the last one.
All right, Big Slim.
The last hurrah.
All right, Big Slim.
And then we're gonna cook making some salads after, man.
All right, Big Slim. All right, well, you do that. You know, I'm gonna get you chopping up that lettuce early, cause you know what I mean.
Hey, listen, y'all, book it, man. Summertime, book it.
Okay,
we're gonna do the trilogy.
All right, Big Slim.
Yeah, Sam, I'll talk
Big
to you,
Slim.
man.
Peace. Tony, you have the same concerns?
As far as Mikal and who's the second and third option?
Yeah, I guess as far as Mikal. Because there's a lot of concerns, you know what I mean, just with Knicks fans about Bridges.
Here's what I will say about Bridges. First of all, I don't think he's going to the bench.
No.
But I will say if he went to the bench, like if you're talking about Hart on the bench or Mikal on the bench,
yeah,
I would pick Mikal, and the only reason I say that is because if I'm asking myself who's more likely to step their performance up in the second unit, I would think it would be Mikal. I think you're gonna get what you get from Josh Hart, regardless of who's surrounded him. You know what I mean? Regardless. I think Mikal will have an opportunity to be the lead guy in that unit. You know what I mean? Everything run through him, get some confidence and things of that nature. But I do think what you said is right. And again, I don't want to say like this is on Tibbs in the sense that he does have to implement some more sets, some more plays to find these guys, off the offside action, you know what I mean? Especially when so much attention is given to Brunson. If you have Mikal or OG doing screens and slips, you know what I mean, and things of that nature on the opposite side of the ball, you should get some easy looks throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
And to your point, we have seen it throughout the year, but there's a balance to it. You know what I mean, where you gotta kind of know when to utilize those, when to seek out mismatches, seek out those opportunities. But let's also not act like Golden State isn't a seasoned team. You know, they added Butler, but the rest of those guys, they know each other, their roles and everything, like the back of their hand.
Yeah.
Or at least most of them. You know,
Can't
they got
stress it enough that
Kempsey and
that the Knicks are got to just got to grow. And, I can't stress that enough. The Knicks got to grow. This team has got to grow.
that's why I said, even though I didn't see the game, I know this is one of the hurdles that we gotta figure out this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How to keep the lead. You know what I mean? We've lost leads in the third, we've lost leads in the fourth, all year. And those are some of those games that we talk about. As good as our record is, we still let a couple of them slip away.
Right. 40 and 21 is our record right now. 40 and 21. Yeah. I got Spree on the line. Spree, what's popping with you, bro? How you feeling?
What's up, Sam? What's up, Kelly?
Good. I'm good.
What up, family?
A little bit
Hey,
tired,
man.
but I'm good.
Say again?
I said I'm a little bit tired, but I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you having the show. You get us all through, so I appreciate you. It was a good conversation on Mikal. And it's not just a Mikal thing. The Knicks are obviously, they're a very good team. Okay, we know this. Look at the record; they're a good team, but we're trying to go to win a championship. That's another level. And my concern with the Knicks. And yes, Cat didn't play tonight, so I want to be fair. But
Right.
My concern is when teams guard Jalen Brunson the way I believe they will guard Jalen Brunson. Yeah, they can get it out of his hands. We can play 4-on-3 at times, but consistently the wearing down of Brunson. And I think Brunson's passed the ball better this year. So this is not like a Brunson not getting off the ball, but I think he sometimes, because he believes in himself so much, he will do sometimes, not all the time, he does too much. And I think my concern with the roster, I don't think Mikal, OG, and Josh gets you high assists, but those aren't guys to me that can create. I mean, they play off of people well. It's not that they can't pass, none of them, but I'm saying if you give Mikal and you give Josh Hart and you give OG the ball, can they consistently drive by their guy and create for other people? Enough, in your opinion? To get like an RJ Barrett couldn't finish for his life, but the one thing RJ could do is get by his man and get into that paint.
Can they do it consistently?
Can they consistently get in there and pass the ball at an elite level and create for other people? Like, who on this roster, besides Jalen Brunson, gets into the paint consistently and can create? Is there anybody else on the roster?
No, not consistently.
That's my problem with the team.
Now, to be fair, I don't know if we've given anyone a chance to do it consistently.
Okay.
Right?
Well, no, that's fair. I mean, but the thing with Cat, let me just say this on Cat. You can throw it down to Cat in the post, and obviously he can get you the doubles and he can swing. And Cat's a decent passer. I think he's averaging 3 assists. I'd like Cat to actually be closer to 4 or 5 assists, but I don't think that'll ever happen. But Cat's not the type of guy when he catches it on the run. Yes, he can drive to the bucket, but Cat's not going to create for other people. That's not what Cat is.
Right.
So, my concern with the Knicks is it's not that nobody's selfish. I just don't think they have enough. I think they have other people that play off of Brunson well. And yes, Cat is another main piece. He and Brunson are the dudes. I get that. I don't think they have another guy next to Brunson that handles the ball well enough and that can get into that paint consistently and create for other people. Is that fair, or am I being incredibly harsh?
No, you're fair. I think from the beginning of the season, talked about that. We don't have that other creator. right? I thought early, maybe midway through the season, we seen Mikal Bridges doing some of it, but it's not consistent.
Do you think
Right.
Mikal Bridges can ever create, or it's just lack of opportunity?
I mean, we've seen him do some creating. We've seen a couple of games where he has created. Here's the thing. I think with Mikal, it's about the matchup. See, like a guy like
Okay.
Brunson, is going to be able to create with whoever he's going against. There'll be some
Mm,
guys that are tougher than others, but he's going to be able to create and get into the paint with whoever's defending him. I think Bridges, it's going to be based on who's guarding him. So it's not going to be every single night.
okay. And I get it's harder for some people than others, and sometimes it's matchup. I guess I'd like to see Bridges create more. And I'm not the only Knicks fan that's obviously. I think I'm sure a Big Bubba probably feels the same way. He shared some sentiments, but I would like to see Bridges. The next step for Bridges with me, look, he is a good defender. I know his defense hasn't been on par. He's been inconsistent this year, but like down the stretch of games, he's made some big defensive plays. He can shoot the three. You can post him up. He can post up a little bit. We've seen Bridges do that. He's got a decent mid-range game. But the next step for Mikal Bridges with me, and some of it is also coaching, to your point, it's opportunity.
Opportunity.
Bridges has to be given the opportunity to create a little bit more.
Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, come on. I'm not asking him to be Jalen Brunson, but I am asking him to occasionally blow by his guy and create and create for other people. Is that asking too much?
Does he have that kind of speed to just blow by his guy? Or does he have that quick of a first step?
He doesn't have a quick first step, but when you got a 3-point shot like that, you should be able to get around your guy, man. A little bit.
See, the thing about Mikal, if you don't have that quick first step, and then you don't have the body to actually bang somebody out your way to get in the paint, how do you do it? Because in order to be like crafty, like Brunson is crafty, but he's all part of the reason why he's crafty is because he's got a strong body, right? So he can bump someone with his shoulder and push him back. You know what I mean? To create space. I don't know if Bridges has the space creating.
You're saying you don't think he can consistently do it with his body frame?
Yeah, maybe not. That's why I think it depends on who's guarding him.
Well, I think that's a problem.
Because I don't think he has the type of speed that's just going to blow by people off the dribble. And he doesn't have the body that he's going to work himself past people. So how does he do it?
Well, that's my problem with Bridges, because I think we need a little bit – I need a little bit more – look, he doesn't get to the free throw line at all. That's another problem. I mean, I don't know what Mikal Bridges is averaging shooting free throws this year. I honestly haven't looked at it, but I'm sure it's very low.
Very low.
I mean, he gives you the – he doesn't force contact.
He doesn't have the body to force contact.
He's got to get stronger.
I don't know if he can. I think he has the type of body that Kevin Durant has. Do you ever see Kevin Durant really body anybody up? All of his shots are mid-ranges and fadeaways. Because he doesn't have – he's just super accurate, right? Super accurate. But he doesn't have the body that's going to not – he's got a Kevin Durant type of body.
That's fair. That's a good point.
And I don't know if it's ever going to be – I don't think he's ever going to bulk up. I think this is his body. And if he does bulk up, he may be worse than he is. And this is his body type.
Okay, I'll give you that. I think I think that's an accurate take on the body type of Durant. I'm buying that. To be fair, though, I think Durant passes the ball a little bit better than Bridges, in my opinion. A little bit better. But yeah, I get what you're saying. So let's not focus just on Bridges. We know he does some things very well. And there's some things he does not do very well.
Right.
And we can figure out where we if we want to switch starters versus bench. I'm just saying, let's talk broadly again about the roster. I don't see another creator.
No.
Again, I think you can throw the ball down the cat and he can create mismatches for you. But other than Jalen Brunson, who is getting into that paint consistently, the key word is consistently. Sure, OG can blow by his guy. Hart can blow by his guy on occasion. I'm talking about consistent creation. I think they're missing one more guy.
Yeah, they are.
That's what I think the roster is to go to the next level and beat Boston and Cleveland. Like, look at Cleveland. They got Donovan Mitchell. They got Darius Garland. Those are two guys that can create and get in that paint consistently.
Right.
I mean, Boston, Tatum can get in there. Jaylen Brown can get in there. I just feel like we need one more piece.
Yeah, that's like a DiVincenzo type of guy. My opinion.
Yes. So, I mean, I agree with what the Knicks did. I would have gotten Cat too. I would have done the trade. I was supportive of it, but I think they have. I think Leon Rose knows this. I think he knows he has to do a little bit more work to the roster.
Oh yeah. I don't believe that they feel this is a finished product. They know they got to add more. I mean, you can't beat the best teams in the league, so you got to add more. If we were losing by the best teams in the league by 4 points every time, then you might say, okay, it's just going to take the chemistry. But when you're getting blown out by 30, you need more.
And so, what's weird is, Sim, is this season, this is how, and I'll let you guys go, and I always appreciate you and Tony for giving me the time, but look, we've beaten, you know how hard, we've always had problems in the past with Miami, Indiana, I don't know, I'm trying to think of other teams we've had problems. The Hawks gave us problems early in the year, but we beat them more consistent. I'm just saying we haven't had as many problems with those teams. We've outscored them in years past. We couldn't outscore those teams. Indiana's not a problem anymore. We can outscore those guys. We can outscore, Miami. So I think the way they've built the roster is correct. I'm just saying to get to that Boston, Cleveland, OKC level, this was a 3 to 4 year plan. And so I think we just need to be a little bit patient, let it play out. But I would like to see one more piece added to get over the top. So it's just chess, Sim. It's just chess. You just need to continue to add pawns.
Yeah, and I think they will. They can't do anything this year, though.
They can't.
No,
so
this year's done.
We'll do the best we can with what we got. We got a very good team. I appreciate the fellas. We just got to hang in there and get a little bit more creation because, look, the one thing that I'll appreciate about RJ Barrett is he can get into that paint consistently. He didn't always spray it, but I did appreciate that about RJ. He couldn't finish very well, but he always got into that paint. I like people that can get into that paint consistently. I just want one more guy. That's all. You guys have a good one.
Did you like Elfrid Payton?
Because he could. I liked him that one year we did well in the playoffs.
Okay, he could get into the paint consistently, but he couldn't make a layup.
He couldn't shoot at all, but he could get into that paint consistently.
He
That's
couldn't make a layup to save his life or shoot a jumper to save his life, but he could get in the paint.
Hey, Sim, I'll say this about Elfrid Payton. You're absolutely right. I obviously Elfrid Payton had flaws, but you're right. That one year, the COVID year, Elfrid Payton was balling and getting into that paint. I got to give that guy love. I'll give him love.
Yeah, he helped the Knicks make the playoffs.
He did.
He helped them make the playoffs.
All right, man.
All right.
We'll talk.
All
Peace,
right,
guys.
Peace. Yeah.
I'm trying to trigger the chat.
What'd you say?
Trying to trigger the chat.
I mean, he said he likes people that can get into the paint. Elfrid Payton could get into the paint. He could get into the paint. He didn't score nothing when he got in there. Missed every layup, but he got into the paint. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, lose to the Golden State Warriors 114-102. They did have a 10-point lead in this game, and they blew it. Fourth quarter, they were terrible. Terrible fourth quarter for the Knicks. They get out-rebounded by 5, 54-49. 30 assists by the Warriors, only 26 for the Knicks. Not only, but, 26 for the Knicks. 13 turnovers for the Knicks, few of them in the fourth quarter. The Knicks only shot 44% from the field. They shot 24% from the three-point line. The Warriors 48.9% from the field and 35% from the three-point line. The Knicks win the battle of the paint, 52-50. 12-9 in second chance points for the Knicks, and the Knicks outscored in fast break points, 25-10. But it really came down. It really came down to the fourth quarter where the Knicks just couldn't keep pace with the Golden State Warriors. Terrible defense, a lot of blunders. Kind of a disappointing loss. I don't know, Tony. Is it a disappointing loss to you, or is it just okay? You're gonna lose some. Cat wasn't there. You're gonna lose some.
That's the way I'm looking at it. We're gonna lose some, and Golden State has been playing extremely better than they started the year. They got rejuvenated since the trade. That's still Steph Curry over there.
Mm-hmm.
He was a huge part of them coming back.
Right.
They got another knockdown shooter in what's his name? The other shooter.
Who?
Why am I drawing a blank? But he was killing us. Like, I was listening to the game.
Yeah.
Played in Philly, played in Sacramento.
Oh, what's his name? I can't
Hield.
think of it.
Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield.
You know what I mean? Like, so and that's it's been another hurdle of ours defending the three. You know what I mean? And these are two of the best. So to me, we lost the game. We could have won. You know what I mean? We blew a lead. It's not the end of the world for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, on to the next one.
The Knicks had an 8-point lead at halftime. They were outscored by 20 in the second half, 67-47. In the second half.
And I think Curry's been like on a tear all year in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta expect that.
The Knicks, 9 turnovers in the second half for the Knicks. Yeah, 4 of them in the fourth quarter. 5 in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, the Knicks shot 30% from the field in the fourth quarter. They shot 25% from the three-point line in the fourth quarter. The Golden State Warriors, 68.8% from the field in the fourth and 80% from the three-point line in the fourth quarter. That'll do it to you every time. Every time, it'll do it to you. Guarantee that. Let me get to another caller. Caller, you're live. Name me where you're from, please.
What's going on, Sam Tony? This is Fred.
You said Fred? Fred?
Yeah, what's good?
What's going on, Fred? How you feeling?
What up, fam?
Same old, man. I'm gonna start this off, man. I guess I'll start. What's the Knicks record on national TV this year?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
It seems like we lose these games every time, when the bright lights are shining.
I mean, every time we're playing on national TV, we're playing OKC or Boston or, one of those type teams.
Yeah.
Tonight it was.
I feel like this team right now, I mean, honestly, I feel like we have everything we need to win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
There is no perfect team. But everything right now with us starts with the coach. I hate to regurgitate it again, but Tibbs is the problem. He's the biggest problem, man.
Okay. So you think we have the defense? You think we have the defense to win a championship? You think we have the defense to win a championship?
We have the players, yeah, but not the scheme.
See, I don't think we have the players.
Why not?
I mean, our best 2 players are not great defenders. And they're going to spend, 35 minutes on the floor. And we're also talking about, we got, Brunson's at the point of attack and Karl Anthony Towns is protecting the rim. I think that's a big issue.
Understood. But that's why you got to play to, well, I should say you got to coach to the players' strengths and not their weakness. And when it comes to the defense, the biggest problem the Knicks have is the switching and double teaming at the top on the perimeter. We just can't do that no more. That doesn't work in today's NBA. Just stay man to man. If you get beat, you get beat. We'll live with those 2 points, but we can't consistently give guys wide open 3-pointers.
Well, the 3-point defense is terrible. You know, the defense, the 3-point defense obviously is terrible, right? We're, last in the league.
That's why I say just stay man to man. Man to man. Keep it simple.
Yeah, but I think for the most part that's what they do. I actually think they need to mix it up a little bit and play some zone. Because
I think zone would be the worst defense from the play.
I don't know.
Play a zone. That's giving guys the shot.
I don't know.
Giving them open threes.
Yeah, but it's zones that you can play. I think this team has to mix it up defensively because I feel like we're too stagnant. Every team knows we're going to come in and play straight man to man. And so what do? They create a screen and roll situation, so you got to switch. You know what I mean? And then now they take advantage of mismatches, and we do the same repetitive defense every single time. We don't switch it up and make the defense think. We don't make the offense
think. That part
think.
right there, the switch. Don't switch.
But sometimes you
Just
can't
stay
help.
with your man.
Sometimes you can't help but to switch, though. It's not that easy to not switch.
Got to fight over that screen.
You know what I'm saying?
If you get beat for those 2 points, you get beat. I'd rather get beat for them 2 points than leave a guy wide open for 3.
I don't know. I mean, I don't. People say, it's much easier said than done than to not switch sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because and you say you could fight over the screen. Well, if you're playing somebody really, really quick, you might not want to fight over the screen. It depends on who you're defending. If you're defending Steph Curry, you want to fight over the screen because you don't want him to shoot the 3, right? But if you're defending someone who can't shoot the 3 but is really quick, then you might not want to fight over the screen because now they're going to have the edge and they're going to, there's a lot of situations when it comes to that screen and roll. It's screen and roll is tough to defend.
I get it. I just hate when I see the wide open guy,
Yeah.
Whether you go up or under this, I just hate seeing that wide. Like, we dodged a bullet when we beat Miami the other night.
But, it's
also... we kept leaving guys wide open. They were just missing shots.
Yeah.
We got lucky.
It's also on the players to go out there. I've seen it twice tonight, at least, in the fourth quarter. Twice, at least, where there's a guy wide open from 3, and everybody stops and looks at him and doesn't close out.
Because somebody wasn't guarding their man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like...
If you stay with your man, we don't have that problem.
Well, both of them happened in transition.
Ain't nothing you could do on transition.
It's like... but someone can go out there and contest that joint instead of looking, okay, well, if he misses, I might be here for the rebound. Somebody go out there and at least get a hand up. You know what I mean? I know guys are good shooters and they can make it, even over a hand extended. But if you run at them, you might make them blink or whatever. But, we just look. Let them shoot it. Steph Curry's out of the 3-point line, right? And we just look at him. Steph Curry, we just look at him. That's bad. That's bad effort right there. You know what I mean?
And as far as on the offensive end, we do got to get a little more creative. I would like to see, just exploit the mismatches out there.
Yeah, without a doubt. We don't do
that's
that.
One
we
thing. Chap might give me a bunch of tomatoes right now. That was one thing that I did like about Fizdale.
Uh-huh.
He would actually talk to Moutier or Trey Burke or whoever it was at the time and say, hey, it's your time, son. Take this game over. You on the heater. Like, encourage these guys to go out there and cook. Get something going. Like, what is Tibbs telling these guys in the huddle? We've seen Bridges, when he was on other teams, go to work. He was the main guy in Brooklyn. Why can't he do that for us here? Like, create something for him. Put the ball in his hand and say, hey, it's your turn.
Man.
OG, it's your turn. It don't have to be Brunson all the time.
No, I agree with
And
that.
when it's
I
Cat's
agree.
turn, put his big caboose on the block. Not at the free throw line, not at the 3-point line. Put him down low on the block and let him go to work. When that double team comes, now you kick it out to that open man and swing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've seen him on the block a few times. I don't think Cat is great on the block, personally. You know, I feel like he's a little. I feel like on the block, I feel like Cat is not as strong as you would expect him to be when posting somebody up. You know what I mean? I don't feel like he uses his body well to push his defender back. You know what I'm saying? To really establish that position. From time to time he does, but not all the time. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can see smaller defenders defend Cat, and he can't push him back because they got a lower center of gravity. They got a strong lower body. You know what I mean? And, sometimes he might be afraid that he's going to get an offensive foul or whatever. But I agree, you know what I'm saying? The Knicks don't really utilize and take advantage of mismatches as much, and they should. It's more like, here's our offensive system. Let's run this offensive system and see who gets the shot. When we should be taking advantage of mismatches. I've seen it too many times this season when somebody got a smaller guy on them or whatever it is, and we didn't take advantage of it. So, Oh, Tony, what do you think, man? We're 40-21, but it feels like, we got a 500 record. That's what it feels like. Even though we're 40-21.
Nah, man. I'm
saying, as we're talking to Knicks fans, it feels like we're a 500 team.
I mean, that's how it is after a loss. I'm telling you, like, that's the one good thing about when I missed the game. Like, I could feel the difference. You know what I mean? Like, it don't feel the same as when I watch it and we lost.
Right.
So I keep a more level head, a more perspective of the season.
Yeah.
When I didn't get to actually physically see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I understand that.
But yeah, I still try to check in and tune in with you.
Yeah.
So I could feel. Usually I'm right there with you, feeling like, you know what I mean? Like, man, now it's just more perspective for me.
And it's hard with this one because Cat wasn't there. We need that guy on the floor.
Yeah, and Mitchell Robinson start great, but he's still on the minutes restriction.
You know what I'm saying?
So you know what I mean?
No Cat, we score 102. We have Cat there, we probably score 115, 120. So there's definitely a caveat to this game. You know what I mean? There was no Karl Anthony Towns.
And they took advantage of, Precious on the floor. Took advantage of Hart on the floor. I didn't because like I said, I was listening as much as I can. I didn't hear nothing about Deuce. He played?
He played.
Okay.
He played. Yep. He played.
Actually, I do remember the crowd yelling Deuce in the first half. I mean, let me ask questions because like I said, I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I know Deuce didn't play down the stretch. Right. Was he having a bad game, or do you think it was a game where Mikal should have been in over him? I know you don't want to sit Mikal twice in a row because then you know what I mean. Like now it could start affecting him.
Right.
I
mean, he wasn't really shooting the ball well. Right. He was 0 for 2 from the 3-point line, 2 for 7 from the field altogether. Shot 28%. He was a +8 if you believe in the plus minus.
That means so. To me.
But Landry was a +8. Cam was a +8 as well.
So what were their minutes?
You know what I mean? Cam was 10 minutes. Shamet was 12 minutes. Deuce was 23 minutes, almost 24 minutes.
That's
know.
interesting.
But of course, those guys played when Steph Curry wasn't in the game,
Yeah.
right? They didn't
I
play
mean,
much
I thought
against the other.
Deuce on Steph could have been a advantage.
Yeah,
Again, I don't know what happened. I'm talking about prior to the game.
right,
I was saying, some Deuce minutes on Steph might be effective.
right. So yeah, I don't know. I took the L tonight. You know what I'm saying? Now we got to try to bounce back um, against
The
some West Coast
Lakers, that
teams,
makes the
man.
Lakers more important.
Against some West Coast teams. Now we go on this 5-game West Coast trip. What's your thoughts on this West Coast trip? Be some late
I like
nights.
I like that it's not a cakewalk. You know what I mean? I like that we get to
It's not a
come
cakewalk.
back, get tested again.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Another team that since their trade have been cooking. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
In the Lakers, the Clippers have been a little up and down. I don't know who else is on the trip after that, but I know those are the next two. So
Yeah. Looking at the schedule right now, it's the Knicks. I mean, I'm sorry, the Lakers. They're 38-21. We play the Lakers on Thursday at 10 p.m. That'll be on TNT. March 7th, Friday, March 7th, we play the Clippers at 10:30. That'll be on MSG. Monday, March 10th, we play the Kings at 10:30 in Sacramento. Then we play the Blazers on Wednesday, March 12th. All right. And then we play the Warriors again on Saturday, March 15th.
what time are those last two games?
Let me see. The Blazers are at 10 and the Warriors are at 8:30. That's on ABC, ESPN. That's on Saturday.
Okay. I mean, again, not cakewalks.
No, I mean,
Let's
the
see if we
Lakers are
could,
38-21. The Clippers are 32-28. The Kings are 32-28. The Blazers, they don't have a winning record, but they're 28-34. Then, of course, the Warriors just beat us. They're 34-28. So this is going to be, and then we come back home to play Miami.
I like it. I like
Right,
it.
so
This is a nice stretch.
It's a competitive
that can
stretch, but a
test
stretch
us.
we can win too. We can win games in this stretch. So it's not like we're playing teams that we can't beat. We can beat these teams. We can beat these teams. We just gotta do it.
Yeah, and keep that mindset.
Right.
It's no trap games. You know what I mean?
No
Moving
trap
forward,
games. This could be a trip. This could be a trip that sets the Knicks forward. Right. This could be a trip where they're like, okay, we just took this loss to the Golden State Warriors. They're the last team on the trip. We're not gonna think about them yet. We got some competitive teams coming up. We need to be focused. We need to be locked in because we're on the road, on the West Coast. We need to be locked into this game, to this stretch. You know what I'm saying? This could be a stretch that really does lock the Knicks in. If they come out focused, they approach this stretch, like, hey, we need to take this to another level. Let's be focused. You know what I'm saying? They can come out really, really good and set themselves up to, run away with the season. They really could. This is, I think, an important stretch right here. You know what I mean? It's a stretch that can set them up to keep this third seed, maybe move into the second, or it could be a stretch where if they mess it up, could push them back some. You know what I'm saying? I'm believing that this team is going to find, the last 3 games before tonight, they had to dig down and win these games, right? The previous 3 games before tonight, they had to dig down to win, and they won them. You know what I'm saying? I'm believing that they can dig down and have a successful road trip, have a successful West Coast road trip. I think we can. You know what I mean? I think we can. Not gonna count him out of it. You know, my man Kevin said 4-1. He's being optimistic. 4-1. I think we can go 4-1. Yep. Double D, you said, where's the game at on Thursday? It's in Los Angeles. We already played the Lakers at the Garden. Remember Bronny James scored whatever? We already played the Lakers at the Garden. It's in L.A. Yeah.
Said double.
Yeah, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm heading out for the night. Get some rest. Like I said, I'm a little bit tired. You know, I'm gonna get some rest. The Knicks took the L, but we're gonna bounce back. We're gonna bounce back versus the Lakers. I'm counting on it. Counting on the bounce back.
The good news, Sim, I don't miss any of these West Coast games.
There you go.
Except maybe the Warriors.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. Escape Artist said we're gonna go 2-3. I think we can go 4-1. I'm gonna say probably 3-2, but I think it's possible we can go 4-1. He said we'll get Portland and the Kings. We're gonna get one of those LA teams.
We need to.
We're gonna get one of those. I believe so.
Honestly, not taking either team lightly, but I think I would be more worried. I'm not even gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. Let's worry about the Lakers because they next.
Focus on them. Focus on them because they're next. Word up. No doubt. But folks, I appreciate your time. Make sure you check out that NBKFam.app. You see it below. There's a link tagged to the top of your YouTube chat. If you want to check out those Jalen Brunson or Mikal Bridges, NBK Comics hoodies or T-shirts, it's also a link tagged to the top of your chat. So please make sure you check it out. But NBKFam.app, there's some dope merch on there too. Some new merch that nobody's got. So you can definitely step in there and get that. But folks, I'm up out of here. Be peaceful. Talk to you next time. We out.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.